What's good, YouTube? It's TooSmooveEli back with another great video to your NBA records you had no clue existed. Part 2. Let's get into it.
Don't know about some of the records we're gonna talk
about. I could bet you it's gonna be some ESPN ass records like the only player to wear a headband 3 nights in a row and win 4 out of 5 games. It's gonna be some dumb shit. Let's hear real records.
Part 2 of NBA records you didn't even know existed. Starting with the most points scored in the first quarter of a game.
Okay, that's a real.
November 23rd, 2016, Kevin Love dropped a record-breaking 34 points against the Portland Trail Blazers.
That's crazy.
In just 12 minutes. While this is an extremely impressive accomplishment on its own, he was also sharing the court with Kyrie Irving and LeBron James at the time to make things even better. Love shot lights out, hitting 11 of his 14 shot attempts, including 8 3-pointers.
But then again, it's Kyrie and LeBron on your team. They bring in buku clout towards them, so you know you wide open.
Love had at least what?
That's why you want to play with people like that. Look at these shots. Look what they set him up for.
He finished with just 6 points for the rest of that night, leaving him with 40 total.
That's crazy. Nigga could have dropped 100.
4 shots, which is very surprising to me. If he was that hot, why not let him keep shooting?
Because they probably guarded him.
Did keep shooting though. It was Tim Hardaway on December 27th, 1991 against the Timberwolves. The only problem, he didn't make any of those shots. A brutal 0 for 17 from the field. Hardaway broke the record for most field goals attempted without a single make that night. Miraculously,
was that game? Nigga, that better be fucking game highlights. That better not be in a quarter.
Because the Timberwolves were absolutely terrible that
year. And they won? Hell no.
Put the entire Warriors roster on his back.
Look at these niggas.
36 points. It wasn't a complete donut though for Hardaway, as he did shoot a perfect 100% from the free throw line. 2 for 2, baby. Ended the night with 2.
0 for 17 is crazy.
Those 2 points and, you know, go on to the next game. But this next player couldn't care less about points. He was only focused on distributing the basketball, and boy did he do it well. It's John Lucas Jr. who broke the record for most assists without a single point, with 24 in a game against the Denver Nuggets on April 15th, 1980.
I feel like that's pretty easy.
Final game of the
definitely with this badass comeback there, that's pretty easy.
Bench. Everybody was getting involved in the
like that's Halliburton could do this with his bro. You could tie his left, fuck it, give him his undominant hand. You could tie his right hand behind his back. Halliburton could do this.
Yes, he was the only player on either team that night without a point, but he did more than enough to help his team to a narrow victory of 157 to 154. Oh my.
I mean, niggas ain't even guarding these niggas.
One that most of you probably know, but
all of us.
Incredible display of scoring in such a short
FaceTime
that I just couldn't leave it off this list. The record for most points scored within the last 40 seconds.
Like that's a nitpick.
Belongs to Tracy.
Last 40 seconds, they waited for his last shot to have dropped. Like that's a nitpick.
The Spurs. McGrady scored 13 points.
That's tough though. Nigga was hooping out that bitch.
To a 1-point
That's crazy.
To make things even better, he was dueling it out with one of the most stacked rosters in the entire league. During that game, the Spurs had Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker.
We all sell games.
The game was also a defensive battle, ending with a final score of 81 to 80. And the only 2 players really doing anything for the Rockets were just McGrady and Yao Ming. Next is a record that you 1000% did not know about. The only player to have back-to-back wedgies on consecutive plays. Not when some school bully gives somebody a wedgie and hangs them by a locker. A wedgie in basketball is when you get the ball stuck between the rim.
Badass. That's how fucking bad you are, you badass bitch.
November 23rd.
Ooh, I had like 6 more jokes up my sleeve, but I kept them there.
Another random record.
Trash ass player. That's what you did when you played for the Clippers. You have fucking wedges, but you get on the Nuggets, you a top 5 all time, bro. Most
entire career. That record is held by none other than Andre Miller, who made a total of 3 out of his 102 total attempts.
Nigga, 102?
Cavs, Clippers, Nuggets, 76ers, Blazers, Wizards, Kings.
Nigga like Sean Livingston, huh?
17 years.
He look like Sean Livingston is trying to build into Sean Livingston. Or somebody I know. I think it's Sean Livingston.
All the way down to 26% by the time it was all said and done.
That's crazy.
Somebody that didn't struggle with the 3-point percentage that low, though, it was Donyell Marshall, who currently holds the record for most threes made in one game from a bench player. Marshall finished that game with 12 three-pointers against the 76ers on March 13th, 2005.
I know the Sixers was pissed.
He only made one more basket, giving him a total of 38 points on that night. All that scoring from him off the bench, paired with him getting 10 rebounds, played a huge part in them blowing
That nigga
out the
firing that
76ers
bitch.
by 28. Now I want to take a look at some buzzer beaters because who doesn't love a good game winner? The only player to hit a buzzer beater on consecutive nights.
DeMar DeRozan. I knew it was him.
31st, 2021.
I know it was his nigga.
And January 1st, 2022.
And I remember both.
Against the Wizards. The three-point shot.
Of course, the Pacers, huh?
Indiana was unreal. And
hate this nigga.
That up with a double-teamed corner.
He was running shit that little stretch of the league. I ain't gonna cap. Everybody had him boosted.
With 28 points. Now, if I could go back in time, the first thing I would probably do is take his higher than on points total on Underdog so I could get some quick cash. Today's video is sponsored.
Hey, Underdog, sponsor me.
Most buzzer beaters in one season, with 3 in the 2006-2007 season. The first was a tough layup to kill the Supersonics' chances. The second was a deep 3 against
These is game winners?
Was against the Jazz. Got his defender backpedaling and made him pay big.
Game winners? That's beatable. I ain't gonna cap.
For most points in an overtime period during the regular season. On December 17th,
I feel like that's beatable.
Gilbert scored 16 points against the Los Angeles Lakers.
In 5 minutes?
Part of a 60-point masterclass that he put on.
Damn, nigga.
A 147 to 140.
I think it was best they got that nigga out of the league.
Points during a postseason overtime period that belongs to none other than
Stephen Curry.
In a game against the Trailblazers on May 9th, 2016 by scoring 17 points and leading the Warriors to a huge 132-125 win.
I've been seeing a lot of talk about Curry. We don't care about this stat right here. Unless it's... Bro, that's just maxed out minutes. Literally anyone could do that. Josh Hart probably beat that. 69. Oh, y'all went to quadruple overtime. Badass players. But I've been hearing talk about Luka or Curry, who's more like... Who's more of a... It was like threat or better, like... Something like who is more like you scared. Like something like that. Bro, 2016 Curry... Like... Sometimes, you know, when niggas talk about MJ and they like, oh, MJ was feared. I'd be like, y'all dick riding, bro. Y'all dick riding. But if your team playing 2016 Curry, bro, I'm going to leave that there.
On March 10th, 1994 against
Goofy air boy.
All right, you guys caught me. I kind of just wanted to throw that one in there because his name was Popeye. All right, moving on. It's Nikola Jokic who holds the record for the only player to have a triple-double.
Look at this is what I be talking about. Look at when they put up Nikola Jokic. Look at how much a fucking essay popped up on my shit. This is what y'all be doing when y'all be talking about all this shit with it. Only player to have a triple-double with over 10 field goal attempts without missing a field goal. Like, bro, damn, guys. What else next? With the 2 blue shoes and the right sock?
Or free throw. He achieved this on December 28, 2003.
I'll be back.
Against
we back.
11 for 11 from the field.
Hey, that is tough though. Like that's a crazy stat. Not taking it from him, but bro, you see how much shit they put up on the screen?
He was also super close to pulling this off yet again against the Wizards the other night.
The Wizards.
Fell just short because he was only 1 for 2 from the line. Now this next one was really surprising to me. The only player to officially score a point for both teams in a single game. This record is held by Eric Money for the Nets and the 76ers in November 1978
Disgusting.
and March 1979.
You did it twice?
What happened was that Money was playing for the Nets on the first night, but the game got out of hand with multiple ejections happening, including Bernard King and coach Kevin Lowry. After the game concluded, the Nets filed a protest which ultimately caused 2 refs involved to be suspended, and the last quarter and a half of the game needed to be played again. Due to busy schedules at the time, the teams would have to make up this game before their next matchup, causing it to be played on a completely different day. But before that game was made up, Money was traded to the Sixers, leading to him technically scoring for both teams during that
Boy, get y'all big dumbass. Bro, that was the most stretched out. Man, come on, cuz. What the fuck?
Impressive to me is the
Pop hairs
made by an NBA team in history post-shot clock era. Belongs to the Orlando Magic in a game against the Boston Celtics on January 23rd.
Damn, I mean, look at the team, bro.
Throughout the course of the entire game, the Magic only managed to get 16 shots to fall. They lost by a final score of 87 to 56 that night. And if you thought that was bad, 20 of their points also came from free throws.
I was about to say that's not even the worst because they got 50, but that's
from actual field goals made.
That is sad.
Impressively bad. Also, shout out to the worst shooter of that night, Ryan Anderson, finished 0 for 8 from the field.
Nigga, that's crazy.
A little here and rattle a few off. Most techs in a single season belongs to Rasheed Wallace in the 2000-2001 season with 41. Most disqualifications.
Yeah, you just being ignorant.
Was held by Don Bovin during the 1951-52.
Look at this nigga, cuz.
He actually just fouled out in 6 straight games, but still, that's pretty impressive to do. Shortest NBA career belongs to Jamison Curry with a legendary 3.9-second run in the league. And the shortest amount of time
what the hell
out belongs to Bubba Wells against the Chicago Bulls on December 29, 1997. He lasted a whole 2 minutes and 43 seconds before leaving the game. The Mavericks.
I'm positive that there's been way more people that's played less than 2 minutes. I don't know what exactly that meant, but yeah.
Have Wells keep fouling Dennis Rodman over and over and over because he was so bad at free throw shooting.
Damn.
It's just like Hack-a-Shaq, but with Rodman instead. Safe to say that didn't work out in the end, though, as they still ended up losing that game. Some other impressive records are the most consecutive games with 1+ field goals made, which is held by Tim Duncan at an unbelievable 1,360 games in a row from October 31st, 1997 up until December 30th, 2015. Which means Duncan made at least 1 field goal from his rookie.
What are we talking about now, guys? Come on, man.
In the league.
I think every star NBA player has that stat.
In a career.
Hey, Harden. Fear the beard.
Video, but I'm sure he's bound to add some to that.
He do be getting a lot of 4-point plays.
Harden is known for shooting a ton of threes, but damn.
It's because he jumped. He be flopping like shit.
That many while being fouled as well. Next up is the most seasons played throughout the course of an NBA career, which is held by Vince Carter at 22.
Can we count the seasons where he actually did literally anything on the court, though? Or are we just going to count whenever the nigga's just a part, like, says it on the roster?
10s and 2020s. Carter spent time playing for the Raptors, Nets, Magic, Suns, Mavs, Grizzlies,
damn, nigga,
Hawks during those 22 seasons. Another similar record is the most teams played for in a single season. Bobby Jones holds this record at 5 teams during the 2007 to 2008 season.
Nah, that's not cool.
Grizzlies, Rockets, Heat, and
hell no. They played you. They played you as a human.
Free throws missed in a game is held by Andre Drummond, who missed 23 against the Houston Rockets on January 20th, 2016. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and want a part 3 to this series, just let me know in the comments.
Let me know what y'all think was the most embarrassing stat, man. I think it was, bro, there was so much fucking up there. 23 fucking misses and 16 shots made in the game. Them was some sick work. But if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe to everything down below. Till next time, we out. Peace.